Welcome back to Eagle Eye Panorama, where we dive into the latest news and updates on high-profile cases. Today, we're talking about a major development in the Menendez brothers case. Erik Menendez has just been denied parole after a decades-long fight for freedom. Stay tuned as we break down what happened, why it matters, and what's next for the brothers. Let's get into it. For those new to the story, let's recap. In 1989, Lyle and Erik Menendez, then 21 and 18, shocked the world when they shot and killed their parents, Jose and Kitty Menendez, in their Beverly Hills mansion. The brothers claimed they acted in self-defense after years of alleged sexual and emotional abuse by their father. Prosecutors, however, argued the motive was greed, pointing to the brothers' lavish spending after the murders. After 2 trials, they were convicted of first-degree murder in 1996 and sentenced to life without parole. Fast forward to 2025, and the case is back in the spotlight. In May, a Los Angeles judge resentenced Erik and Lyle to 50 years to life, making them eligible for parole under California's youth offender laws since they were under 26 at the time of the crime. This gave the brothers their first real shot at freedom in over 3 decades. But on August 21, 2025, Erik Menendez faced a California parole board, and the outcome wasn't what many hoped for. After a grueling 10-hour virtual hearing from the Richard J. Donovan Correctional Facility in San Diego, the parole board denied Erik Menendez's release. The decision, led by Commissioner Robert Barton, hinged on several factors. First, the board pointed to Erik's prison record, which included violations like possessing a contraband cell phone as recently as January 2025. Barton said, quote, "Contrary to your supporters' beliefs, you have not been a model prisoner." The board also questioned Erik's claim of acting in self-defense, with Barton stating he didn't believe Erik was in imminent fear of his life before the murders. Finally, they cited Erik's teenage criminal history, including burglaries, and the brutality of the killings, particularly the lack of empathy and reason in the murder of his mother, Kitty. Despite the denial, Erik's family, about 20 relatives, including his aunt Teresita Menendez-Baralt, spoke passionately in his favor during the hearing. Teresita, who is battling stage 4 cancer, tearfully said she's forgiven Erik and hopes to welcome him home. The family praised Erik's rehabilitation, noting his work to help other inmates and his remorse. But the board wasn't swayed, concluding Erik still poses an unreasonable risk to public safety. He can try for parole again in 3 years, or as early as 18 months if he petitions for a review. Now, all eyes are on Lyle Menendez, whose parole hearing is set for today, August 22, 2025. Lyle, 57, faces a different parole panel, and his outcome could differ from Erik's. The brothers are being evaluated separately, and while they've both been cited for prison violations, like cell phone use, Lyle's conduct and presentation might tip the scales. Their attorney, Mark Garagos, remains hopeful, arguing both brothers have shown remarkable rehabilitation. Even if Lyle's hearing goes differently, any parole recommendation isn't a done deal. The decision goes through a 120-day review by the parole board's chief counsel, and then it lands with California Governor Gavin Newsom, who has 30 days to approve, deny, or modify it. Newsom has stayed neutral, saying he's avoiding media like Netflix's Monsters, the Lyle and Erik Menendez story, to keep his decision impartial. The brothers are also pursuing other paths, like a habeas petition for a new trial based on new evidence of alleged abuse. But that's a long shot. The Menendez case has gripped the public for decades, fueled by true crime shows, documentaries, and social media campaigns. Many supporters argue the brothers' abuse claims were unfairly dismissed in the 1990s, while others, including LA County DA Nathan Hochman, say they've never fully owned up to their crimes. Hochman called the parole denial justice for Jose and Kitty Menendez, but the debate rages on. So, what do you think? Should Erik and Lyle Menendez get a second chance, or does the parole board's decision reflect justice served? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and let us know if you're following Lyle's hearing today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for the latest updates on this case and more. This is Pablo with Eagle Eye Panorama, and we'll see you next time.